Yo, what's up, everybody? Got a late night message for y'all. I was trying to go to sleep, and when I tell you my intuition and universe was telling me that you need to talk, and it was not letting up. So, as you see, the title says accountability. So, I'm gonna talk a little bit about accountability, basically. So, when we have situations that go awry in our lives, we have to take accountability for what we did, and we don't try to hold blame or hold any negativity against the other person, because it's not forgiveness, and you're just going to keep holding on to it. So when you accept your part and you release it and you forgive yourself for that, and then you forgive the other party involved, and that's the healing, and that's the healing you will feel. Sorry, I keep repeating. I'm still kind of want to go sleep. But so things don't always, go your way, and sometimes things, will go your way, and you just don't see it that it's actually going your way. So I got a very good example and story for you guys. Um, it's gonna be a little. Uh, all right, anyways, the story goes just like this. So there was a young man who had dealt with nothing but toxic people when he was growing up. I mean, he partied and stuff like that, and everybody that was around him was, uplifting him, building his ego, getting him out of his shy stage. And so when he finally did meet somebody, they pretended, and they pretended that they liked him and wanted to be with them. So what they did, they ended up basically they got their sex, and they just went off and disappeared into the wilderness, and it was just after that straight toxicity for 10 years. He dealt with that motherfucker. Excuse my French, but he dealt with that person, and they kept breadcrumbing him, making empty promises, never showing up unless he said, "Oh, let's have sex." Oh, they showed up in a heartbeat. Then after that, won't see him, hear from him, nothing. No matter how much he called them, text them, you know, everything. And all it did was just create a toxic cycle. And the young man lost faith in himself, and he just started seeing nothing but the bad, and the bad in people, the bad in everything around him. And so he started meeting good people, and he kept pushing them away, just being toxic, thinking, kept telling himself, "Oh, they don't love me. They don't want nothing to do with me. They just want to have sex and go about their business." And little did he know, he was manifesting it. And because you can manifest good things and bad things, and it's part of the law of attraction. You think about it, speak on what you want, and then you detach from it. And that's what was happening. And he started bringing more toxicity into his life, more and more and more. And then when he finally met somebody that was trying to reciprocate and be a good force in his life, even if the ways they went about things was not good, they still tried to do the right thing by him. And as much as he pushed away, they kept trying to help mend his heart. So after he got fed up, after his buddy got fed up with him, he basically, wiped his hands, disappeared, moved away, went on his own path, and left him to his own demise. So after that young man realized that, well, actually, he didn't fully realize it yet. I think that's when his intuition started kicking in. He started to realize that he wanted more. He wanted somebody to actually be real and trustworthy and loyal, and loving and caring, somebody that gets him. And he cried and cried and cried and cried and just begged and prayed for a little piece of happiness, a glimpse of happiness. And when he got, well, what he didn't know was during the time when he had a lot of grief going on, he had a lot of family members pass away and stuff. So he was still grieving from that. And then when he did say, he prayed and prayed and prayed, and little did he know, the Lord heard his prayer. The universe, the source, whatever you want to call it, whatever religion you want to call it, whatever resonates for you. He didn't see the blessing in disguise because he was still in that toxic mindset. And so after basically he took a chance with the next person he met, and he tried to open up. He poured most of his soul out to him, and they reciprocated the same way. They did everything that they could for him, and he couldn't see the truth. He was starting to catch it and getting it a little bit because he was healing. He started to heal because he was around somebody actually positive and uplifting. And he wasn't open up all the way though. And so when he was going through that while he was going through that situation, his best friend killed himself. So that kind of sent him 10 steps back again. And so when he tried to bring himself back to that positivity, it was such an intense friendship, relationship, however you want to call it. It was so intense, the energy, that he was just basically, it was like a deer in headlights. It's the best way I could put it. It was like a deer in headlights in the dark tunnel. And so when he was trying to release that happiness and the happiness and joy, the sorrow and the toxicness was coming right behind it. So basically, as he was dealing with this other person, they were getting tired and fed up with it, because they already didn't play no games. So they started pulling away, and each time they pulled away, he started to see the bigger picture. He started to heal and mend, but he wasn't doing it fast enough. So he learned basically as the situation, well, as the friendship, everything came to a halt and it was just stagnant. He didn't know how to fix it, and so he kept trying different ways of trying to be engaged with the other person to show them that they were trying. Well, the situation ended up coming to a full-on halt. They met somebody and they wanted to try their love and luck somewhere else. And the young man, for some reason, the light clicked on fully in his head, and he saw everything of his past clear as day. He became the very thing that he hated and despised. And he had to learn, he basically had to go through a self-healing like I did, and had to bring himself back to who he truly is, to that fun, loving, energetic, always laughing kind of person. And like, he's very high-strung energy. So he showed me and taught me that we go through things in life with the pain, forgiveness, and we have to forgive ourselves from all that pain and stuff, because in the bigger picture, the universe already saw this unfolding, and the only way for him to heal was to meet somebody that was meant to be a part of their life. And it's an amazing story. Like, it touched my heart. And I couldn't even, like I said, I couldn't go to sleep. My eyes started balling a little bit, because I was like, that it touched me. But like I said, we accept our accountability, because we play our part in situations, and we end up, if we hold on to that negativity, it's just going to create more negativity and more bad cycles. And so in order to get it to stop, you have to address it. You talk out loud if you have to, in your room, your closet, where you go to be private, and just talk it all out, get it off your chest. Say, I forgive you, even if you're not in front of the other person that you did wrong or harmed, or that they felt harmed or whatever. You still forgive them. Just speak their name. Say, I forgive you. Please forgive me for my part in the chaos. And it wasn't really chaos. It was more like the way he explained it. He said it wasn't. I called it chaos. But it wasn't really chaos. It was just more like they both had the same end goal, but the means of getting there was different. The means of getting there was two different paths, and one was actually heading on the right path somewhat, and then the other one was just being toxic and negative, and they had to learn to heal. But what he told me, he's grateful. He's very grateful and happy that the situation happened the way it happened, because it didn't break his heart. It mended his heart. It made him feel complete again. It made him want to go learn how to love himself again, and to come back into his power, so that the situation will never repeat itself again, ever. And I took a lot of that in, and I'm learning now, and as I'm growing, that our past is our past. I mean, even if you have like a recent breakup or separation or anything like that, it's part of your past. You let go of that negativity, because all you're gonna do is invite it in again, and you want to be happy and find that true happiness. And so you just gotta move forward strongly with your self-worth, and not carry any of that negative stuff. Just let it go. It's not good or healthy for you. It'll just bring you sickness, more sorrow, unfaithful people, untrustworthy jobs. It just creates nothing but bad karma, and you want to balance out that karma. And a lot of people do know this, but karma is energy. Excuse me. So when you hear karma, good karma, bad karma, it's good energy and bad energy. It's the same thing. And so that's why you have to make sure you be careful how you treat people, because when you do them wrong and put bad energy towards them, it's gonna come right back to you tenfold, if not threefold, if not tenfold. It's way energy balances out. It's how karma balances out in all situations. So you have to be careful of how you treat people, and that's why they say treat people how you want to be treated, so that way you're not bringing in bad energy. So that was my message for y'all today. I hope it resonates with anybody who gets to see this. I've been just building content. I haven't connected to anything. I haven't connected to my Instagram or anything yet. I'm planning on doing that once I receive the message that I got put out enough of the videos for people. It's a little bit of everything on here, but mostly it's about a spiritual awakening, and spiritual awakening equals self-love. And that's what it really is, because the universe, the Lord, whoever you want to pray to, whoever you pray to, whoever your religion base is, that's what that's that true love of self-love is part of being spiritual. It's the biggest part of spirituality. And those that are able to awaken to their spiritual side, most of them, especially of millennials of our age, we are light workers, star seeds. We are there's different names. There's different names: light seeds, light workers, star seeds, anything of that nature. And they range from ministry, doctors and nurses, the tarot readers, energy readers, scientists, biologists. It, it's a whole list of different jobs that are meant for people of that spiritual level, and they can handle the worldliness, but at the same time, they know that the universe, they know it's a bigger picture. So make sure you look at the bigger picture of everything and accept the blame for what you have done, so that way you can heal. And then if you ever see that person again, if they don't talk about it, they don't have to talk about it, because like I said, the past is the past. And 9 times out of 10, if when you speak their name out and offer up that forgiveness and apologies, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it in their spirit. So they'll basically, it just roll off their sleeves next time they see you, and it's just a new beginning. And that's what you want. You want new beginnings, not a repeating cycle. So once again, sorry I started rambling more, but I hope this helps. And if I can help at least one person, or if this touches at least one person, I know I'm doing something right. And I thank you guys for whoever the ones that are viewing. I thank you for watching. And I'm gonna probably update and do some more either tomorrow or later on today. If not, y'all catch y'all on Well, actually, I don't do Mondays. I'm tell y'all, I don't do Monday. Mondays, some reason is it just makes us sluggish. I feel so sluggish. I don't want to do nothing. I barely want to get out of bed. I've been learning to get more into that, and just getting up, meditating, go walk out in nature, do some yoga. You know, I'm learning how to incorporate it. But I hate Mondays. I hate Mondays with a passion. And I don't think that's gonna change. So I'll see y'all when I see you next time. Y'all be blessed, be safe out there. Goodbye. Or later. Did it end? Oh, still learning.